Hi Sagittarius, I'm Nick. This is my channel, Nick Loves. This is going to be your June love reading. Alright, so before we get started, I want you guys to make sure you're relaxed. Hopefully you're away from noise, away from people. Get some water, get some tea, coffee, and put yourself in like just a relaxed, meditative state. I want you to close your eyes, kind of work on your breathing a little bit. Take a deep breath in, inhale, and then exhale slowly. Okay, and then keep your eyes closed, and I'm going to be spritzing you with some love potion, organic rose water I've infused with my love and energy. And as I'm spritzing you, I want you to imagine all the things I'm saying out loud coming into your life and you feeling it, experiencing as if it's happening right now. Okay, so keep your eyes closed. This is for my Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, males and females. Let's bring them love, peace, happiness, abundance, a good partner, and make all their wishes and dreams come true. Smells so pretty, like roses. Hopefully you guys can feel the good vibes, the love, the energy, and I think we're ready now to get started. Okay, so we're gonna start with the angel advice card. I was guided to use these this month, so we're gonna use that and see what advice the angels have for you for this month to get started, okay? Again, I suggest you watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Those are all aspects of who you are. Sometimes they may resonate a little bit more, give you more information. And these are general, so it may not resonate with every single person. So if it doesn't fit your situation, don't force it, okay? And what else? The extension to this reading will be linked below in the bio. So we'll just dive in a little bit deeper according to how the reading goes. And it's pretty much just an extension of this. So if you want right after this reading, you can just click on there and we'll continue on. Okay? All right, so let's see. For all my Sagittarius, what advice do we have for them? For my Sagittarius, what advice can we give to them for June of 2019? Advice. Oh, wow. Ooh, okay, so we got wedding, you guys. Are some of you getting married? Or are you going to a wedding, possibly? Or maybe you know someone who is getting married. Hopefully this is you. That's awesome. It says, marriage is a union of two souls, joined in love, mutual respect, and commitment. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament to your well-founded faith in love's power. Continually breathe life into that faith and love, dearest one. Aww. Wow, I feel so many of you probably found your partner, your person that you really love and adore, and probably imagine yourself, vision yourself being with long term. Maybe you have like daydreams about what your wedding's gonna be like, what your dress is gonna look like, or your outfit. You envision like your life with them in the future. Maybe that's how someone is feeling about you. And actually, I forgot to mention this, when I was pre-shuffling for you guys and kind of meditating on your energy, the Lover's card came out. So some of you are really some of you have in fact met your person, met your partner, and this may be something that's marriage material, or you will be marrying this partner. Okay, so let's see. So I usually do doing the same thing, point a few cards on one side, a few cards on the other side. You'll pick and choose which side is for you, and then the other side is for the person you're dealing with or will be dealing with. Okay, so it can work vice versa. If you're a cross watcher, just whichever side resonates more. So let's see, for all my Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, males and females. What do they have in store for love in June of 2019? How are they feeling? What's the situation? Please give us a clear message, clear story, so we can help them out with their questions. What is going on with them in June of 2019 for all my Sagittarius? What is going on with them? And then the other person they're dealing with or will be dealing with, what is going on with them? Other person. Okay, now we're gonna get an overall emotion card, one for you, one for them, and one for the mutual emotion you guys are both sharing. Okay, overall emotion for Sagittarius. Overall emotion for Sagittarius, please. Overall emotion for Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Other Emotion for the other person. Emotion for the other person. Mutual emotion between the two. Mutual emotion between the two. Okay, so on your end here, or whoever's side this is, we have the Four of Pentacles, then the Queen of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Cups. Okay, and then your overall emotion card is Unfulfilled. And then for the other person, they got the Unknown card, the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and the Page of Swords. And then their overall emotion card is Embarrassed. And then the mutual emotion between the two of you is Angry. Okay, so the thing that's sticking out to me right now is surprise. I'm hearing surprise. There's a surprise someone wants to give you, or a surprise that is going to, something's going to happen that's going to be a big surprise for you, okay? And I feel like here we have one person who was kind of lost for a while. They didn't know their purpose. They didn't know what they were doing in life. They didn't know what was going to happen. Maybe they were having financial issues and now they're recovering from it and finally picking the pace and finally are on the right direction. They're finally knowing what they need to do, what to trust, what their responsibilities are. I think they're just kind of learning more and growing. And in the past, they were just kind of lost and a lot of things were just kind of confusing maybe. And I think now that they finally have gotten back on their feet and are able to, you know, walk on their own, get their own things. Maybe they, you know, bought their own car, have their own apartment or own house. But I feel like there's someone's here like independence. They found their independence. They're stronger now. They feel more ready to have a relationship and more ready for a commitment. And I feel like that's what the surprises has to do with. Again, we'll look in further, but I feel like that's sort of what we have to do here. And I think they have been doing some homework, doing some digging, trying to find out more about you, because I feel like there's an element of intimidation. Like someone may be intimidated by you or by the other person because they maybe are a little more well off, a little more put together. They seem like their life is all like, you know, set, and like it's almost like, oh shit, like I need to, you know, get on my hustle and work harder because I feel like this person's like all the way up here and I'm still here and I have a lot to go. So I think they just been kind of working a lot on their own and trying to figure out like what type of person you are, what you like, and doing their homework, trying to find out more information, okay? Like maybe lurking through your Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, you know, all that stuff, trying to find out more information about you. And the aspect of them being embarrassed, I feel like it's because they are not at the level where they need to be yet, and so they feel like I'm not ready yet to come forth and offer anything to them because I don't have anything to offer yet. But I feel like they're working on that, so they're not gonna be embarrassed for too long. Okay, but moving on your end here, we saw the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups, right? So here we have the element of, you know, with the Four of Pentacles, the energy of someone who's holding on tightly to what they love. They're holding on tightly for dear life. I mean, do you see? She's like holding on tight, like, nope, no one's coming near this tree. Like, you cannot cut down this tree. I feel like you or this other person, whoever it is, maybe holding on to your feelings, to your emotions, and holding on to what you love really tightly, and almost like protecting it like too much, like guarding yourself too much. And this could be maybe from being hurt or betrayed in the past, so you know that makes sense. Obviously that's like your first reaction to, you know, kind of put a wall between you and others. But this could also just mean maybe you're saving up, you're being a little bit tighter with your finances and not spending on things that you don't want to. Maybe you're saving up for something in the future, and you're thinking of purchasing something as well. But I feel here like you're trying to hold on to what's important to you, and you don't want anyone to see that yet, or you're trying to keep it to yourself. You're not sharing what's like your treasures to the world. And I feel here more so like you're doing it because that's all you have, and you don't want to give your all like that and be let down and be disappointed again because it was really damaging maybe in the past. It's like you're like, this is all I have and I'm scared and I don't want to just open up and let someone in when I've worked so hard to get stability, to get this foundation back, and it took me a while and I'm scared of losing that again. So I think your independence, your stability, your home, everything, all that is really important to you because you work so hard to have it, and that's like the only stability that you know of. And I think right now stability is like the most important thing to you. Like if you don't have a stable home, stable working environment, stable living situation, it's stressful. And I think that's the only thing in your life that you have control over. And so it's like your baby, you know, like you want to hold on to whatever last bit of control you have in this life, because everything in life is for the most part pretty unpredictable, and we don't have really control over anything. So when we do feel that we have control over one aspect of our lives, it helps us feel a little bit better when the other aspects of our lives are going crazy and, you know, just like we have no control over it. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. And I think you are you're really feeling grounded. You're really you're being practical about things. You're being I can't speak. Being practical. Wow, I suck at speaking today. You're being practical about everything and trying to really find the logic in everything in regards to even like love. You know, is this logical? Is this person actually good for me? Like, are we gonna have a lifetime commitment? Is this something solid? Is this something long-term? Like you're looking at love and at your love life more on a more practical point of view, not so much like, oh, they're my twin flame and oh, we're like everlasting lovers. Like, no, you're like, is this actually a good partner for me? Are they gonna be a good father? Are they gonna be a good mother? Are they successful? Can they stand on their own feet? Am I gonna have to piggyback them? Like all those things, okay, or whatever matters to you. But I feel here you're really like carrying more of the Capricorn energy, especially if you're like a cusp, Sag Cap. But I just feel like you're really in your throne, you're doing well, you're thriving on your own, you're saving money, or maybe you have a good amount of savings to make a purchase to make like a big purchase possibly. And you're feeling really good about yourself. You worked really hard, you're building your empire, you're doing everything you need to do to feel good about yourself. And a lot of you maybe could have been recently or will be this month indulging, you know, buying yourself nice things, buying new clothes, a new wardrobe, buying new, I don't know, hair products, nail products, doing your nails, hairs, facials, buying shoes, purses, cars, I don't know, whatever it is. Or if you're a guy, whatever guys like to buy, I don't know, Game Boys, toys, I don't know. You know what I mean? But you're like treating yourself. You're buying things for yourself. You're taking care of yourself because you're like, yeah, I worked my ass off for this, so I deserve it. I'm gonna take care of myself. And maybe you're like, yeah, I'm gonna purchase a ticket to go to a flight somewhere. I'm gonna go on a vacay. I just feel like you're thinking of all those things like for the future that you want to get done, because you've worked really hard for it. And now you're kind of like being not stingy with your time and your what you've accumulated, but more so like holding on to it because that's all you know. You've worked really hard for it, and you don't want to see something, the one part of your life that you have control over, you're gonna make sure it's like intact, like no one has access to it, because anyone you've let in other aspects of your life have taken advantage of it or have just like left you feeling confused and etc. Okay. But I see here, so you could be doing really well financially. Maybe you're excelling at your job, at your school, work. Maybe recently graduated and you got accepted to a really good university, college, or whatever. Like, your future seems bright. I feel like your future seems bright. You've kind of, what's the word? I forget, but you kind of just put the stepping stones, and like your future just seems really planned out. It seems really good. And the only thing that's missing from your life, I think, is love. And that's probably why you're watching this. And I feel like that's the only part of you that makes you feel unfulfilled. And that's why we had unfulfilled here. Because yes, you have all these things, and yes, you have control over it, and you worked really hard, and there's discipline and all that stuff. But at the same time, when you come back home, or when you're alone, or like you want to go out on cute date stuff, like you want to do that with the person you like. You know, you don't want to go on cute adventures and dates alone or with like girlfriends, although that can be fun too. But you also want, maybe when you go on these adventures, you see couples and you're just like, oh, I wish I could do that with, like, you know, my significant other or like my future person. So I think in those moments is when you actually miss it, and you're like, oh, maybe I should like kind of give my love life a try. Maybe I should kind of try to date, be open about it. Maybe I should be more open to talking to people and getting to know someone, and not close myself off and seem so unavailable to others. And I think once you wish for that, you put that energy out into the universe, it's like your Prince Charming may come through. Someone's coming for you. They're literally coming for you. They heard your cry, they heard your request, and they're like, okay, Sag, I'm coming for you. And I'm coming with a little offer of love. It may not be everything you ever wanted, but I'm coming in genuinely and truly because I heard you. And, you know, when you call out, I know it sounds so cheesy, but like when you call out for your soulmate, like you're asking for your soulmate, it's like, you know, telepathically, like your person, whether you know them or not, they almost hear it, they acknowledge it, they know, they're like, oh, they're looking for me, like they're looking for me. And as you call out more, you know that game Marco Polo, when people are in the pool or in water, like Marco Polo, but you have your eyes closed, right? And you have to like try to figure out where they are by their sound and how close they are. That's like the image that I'm seeing. You're like soulmate, and they're like, or whatever, that you're saying like Marco, and they're saying Polo, and it's like as you get louder and louder, screaming soulmate, they come closer and closer and they hear you. It's like that kind of energy. I know it sounds kind of weird, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. So they're hearing you and they're coming towards you, okay? And I feel that like this is someone you don't know. I feel like this is someone new for most of you, but for some of you it could be someone you already know and they're just coming closer to you. For others it could be someone you have kind of known but nothing ever happened maybe, or never progressed, or something happened where you guys stopped talking and now they're coming back into your life, okay? So it's going to be a few different scenarios, but for most I think this is someone new, okay? Or someone who kind of knows you, or you kind of know them but you don't really know them that well. Like maybe it's an acquaintance, or like hey, you don't really know them like on a personal level. Okay, so on this end here, like we saw earlier, we have the Unknown card, the Five of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. So like I said, we have here someone who's coming towards you. I believe they're hearing your cry, they're hearing you. I'm not saying you're crying, but they hear you like asking the universe, asking like, where's my soulmate? Where's my person? Like, I really just want love. I want to experience it. I want a nice summer loving, you know, all that stuff, or whatever season it is, wherever you are in the world. And although there's a lot that you're not going to know about this person, I think you don't know them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure for most of you probably don't know them, or you don't know them well enough to like know them. You know, you maybe just know their name or something, or their face is familiar. So I don't feel like you know them. I feel like this person came from humble beginnings, a humble background. Maybe they didn't grow up you know, with a lot of money. Maybe they grew up really poor, or you know, their family struggled, or they could have struggled. Maybe they could have even been homeless or abandoned. They could have had a really rough childhood or background history. Like maybe their family was really broken or had a lot of issues. Maybe grew up with a single parent, lived in a not so good environment, a lot of different stuff. But I feel like they came from humble beginnings and now they've kind of worked on themselves, and I feel like now they're actually doing well, or they're picking, like they're getting there. Okay, so they came from a background of not having that much, maybe going through a lot of financial difficulties, probably grew up with a single parent, single mom, single father. And I feel like there's a lot of history. There's like so much to them. They have a lot of depth. They've been through a lot. I feel like this person has been through a lot of stuff in their life. And it was really hard, but it's molded them. It's made them stronger. And now they've learned how to be independent, stand on their own feet, and do well for themselves, because this is their past. They're not like this anymore. They're recovering from this. They are now not living in lack, but they're more so building from that. Okay, and I do feel here this person may have been abandoned in the past. They could be an orphan, or maybe even like if it's not family, someone may have really just left them cold and dry, and they had to figure out their life on their own. This, if it's a she could be now a single mother over her own, and then the baby daddy or the father left them, like literally just left them. If it's a man as well, he could have some abandonment. Someone left him, or he was, you know, all sorts of stuff. But there's a lot of sense of abandonment here that they have grown from, and now they are strengthening themselves, okay? And now I feel like they're learning how to communicate. I feel here someone who doesn't have a lot of experience in love, or doesn't really know how love is supposed to be, again, because I feel like they didn't really grow up in a, like a what you would say a normal functioning family unit. Maybe they didn't have like a mother or a father to teach them to be an example of what love is supposed to be. And I feel like they have trouble maybe communication and expressing what they feel. But what they do, everything they do is very genuine, and they're searching for what's real. They're searching for love, and because they didn't have it, and they want to know it, they want to know what it feels like. They want to experience it. And the same thing with you, like you really want love. So you guys both want love in different ways, and I think both of you will actually be a really good fit, because you come from different, even though you come from different backgrounds, possibly you will understand each other, and it's like a good balance. So I think this is someone who may have spotted you, or maybe they've seen you or heard about you, and they're interested in you, and they really want to get to know you. They've probably just been like looking into you, maybe trying to look you up on Instagram, Facebook, social media, all that stuff, or through word of mouth, like try to get to know you, be like, hey, do you know that girl? Do you know that guy? Like, what are they all about? Do you know if they're single? Like trying to ask things about you. And you may know, I'm not sure if you know, if people have told you, but you probably will find out. But I feel like they've been trying to ask about you, or get information about you, because they're interested and they want to reach out. So I see here they probably will be sending you a message, or reaching out to you, or coming up to you. But first they're trying to find out more information about you, which obviously that's normal. I feel like most people would do that, right? But there's something about you that they feel really drawn to. And I almost feel like they kind of get a sense that you don't have someone, that you want love, and they want to be that person, okay? Your mutual emotion card is angry though. Okay, that's kind of throwing me off, because I don't feel like really you guys are angry. It's more so like the energy is going to be so intense and like magnetic and like passionate. That's what I'm really sensing. And it's almost like you guys are going to be angry. It's like, where were you all this time? Like, where were you when I needed you? Like, why am I just meeting you? Like, where have you been all my life? That's the anger that I'm feeling. Like, why did you just come in my life now? Okay, where were you when I felt lonely and I needed someone? Like, why didn't you come sooner? Like, that's the anger that I'm getting. And they're gonna be like, yeah, why didn't you come sooner either? Why did I just meet you? Why didn't you hear my cry for my soulmate? Okay, like, I needed you sooner in my life, and you came in a little bit late, but I still love you. That's the energy that I'm feeling, you guys. It's so funny. So I'm not getting angry like you guys are like angry at each other. It's more so like angry, like, why didn't you come into my life sooner? Why didn't I meet you sooner? It's gonna be a really special connection between the two of you, to be honest. Like, really, really special. And it's almost like two people who you would never think that would have come together, or like you would never in a million years think that I would meet someone like this, or like it's random, like it's super random. Like their history, their background is like so much information. You're gonna be like, wow, like that's deep, that's intense. Like, how did I ever connect with someone like that? Like, that's crazy. I feel like their story is going to give you a lot of strength. You're gonna really see them in a different light. Be like, wow, I can't believe someone went through so much and like all that stuff, and like you're still such a kind, loving person. Like, you're gonna have so much respect for them after that. And like, I think they have a lot of depth, like a lot of depth to them. And this can be vice versa. Maybe it's you, but I think it's gonna be a really lovely connection where it's like past just like lovey-dovey romance. It's more like deep. It's like you guys learn from each other. You in some ways have a lot of similarities in different aspects. Not like, oh, we both grew up like this. No, it's like totally different lives, but you guys somehow still seem to connect. Maybe in like your morals and how you think about things, more so like how you want to be loved, what you believe love is. I think that's how you guys will connect, really. And it's gonna be beautiful, really, to be honest. I can already see it happening. But in the extended reading, we're gonna dive in a little bit deep further. Okay, I want to ask a little bit more about this person. Ask about who they are, like what they're all about. Again, we have that gnome card, so it's like a lot of who they are is a mystery here. And I feel like there's so much you don't know about them. You probably don't even know this person, and you're gonna meet them this month or later this month. So we're gonna find a little bit more about them, who they are, what they're all about, how they feel about you, what they want you to know that you don't know, how this is gonna play out maybe in the near future, if this is someone you can trust, and what advice that we have for you, okay? Because I do feel like this is gonna be really special. It's really special, and you're gonna really feel it because it's gonna be different than any other encounter you've had thus far. No doubt about that. Okay, so if you guys like, you can join me in the extended reading. The link will be below. It'll take you directly there. If not, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post. And I'm wishing you guys all the best. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.